نحمده ونصلي ونسلم على رسوله الكريم. It is amazing and so beautiful when you read Quran, when you swim in the ayats, and you get to understand what Allah is really saying. You get really amazed how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us the stories of people of past, how Allah is telling us the conversations between people of Jannat and people of Jahannam, how Allah is telling us Anbiya giving da'wat, inviting their nations, and their nations their reply to them, how punishment of Allah is coming. So many ayat and so many stuff to know. That's why in our hadith it comes, in a narration it comes, that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said the closest meaning to that is that there is no fun, there is no entertainment, there is no joy in life but for two people. La aisha fil hayati illa ithnatayn. For two people. Two people, two categories in the world can have real enjoyment of this life. One of them is that alim, whom Allah has given knowledge, and he speaks. He speaks. Nataqa bihi. And second is that person, aw mustami'in, who listens to that alim carefully. If Allah give one ilm and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives one the urge of seeking knowledge, these are the two people, two categories who will really enjoy this life. That's why Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in another hadith he said that ad-dunya kulluha mal'una, entire world is covered with the curse of Allah. Only two people are saved from the curse of Allah, alim wa muta'allim. The person, the one who is knowledgeable, who has ilm, and the one who seeks knowledge for him, alim and muta'allim. Anyway, today we read one ayat which talks about hidayat. So why I was saying that I cannot elaborate all the ayats. I'm nothing to do it. I'm no one to do that. But there are some ayats which really hits my heart, so I wanted to share with everyone that the greatest treasure of Allah is hidayat. Each and every rakat we ask Allah hidayat. Right? The treasures of Allah are unlimited, but the greatest treasure in the treasures of Allah it's hidayat. That's why Allah wants us to ask Him hidayat, guidance. Now, for us to have guidance and ask Allah guidance, we need to understand what guidance is. So I need to know that I am guided or not. Do I have guidance or not? So let's ask Quran, what is guidance and what happens when a person is guided. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, first of all, the definition of guidance is فَمَنْ يُرِدِ اللَّهُ أَنْ يَهْدِيَهُ. When Allah wills to guide someone, what does He do to him? يَشْرَحْ صَدْرَهُ لِلْإِسْلَامِ. His chest opens up for Islam. His heart opens up for Islam. He starts to find contentment in Islam, not away from Islam. When he spends his time, his energy, his wealth practicing Islam, he finds contentment. Not by running away from the Islam. وَمَنْ يُرِدْ أَنْ يُضِلَّهُ. When Allah wants to misguide someone, then what Allah does? يَجْعَلْ صَدْرَهُ ضَيِّقًا حَرَجًا كَأَنَّمَا يَصَّعَدُ فِي السَّمَاءِ. Allahu Akbar. Allah makes his chest so congested as if he is asked to climb the heaven. If I ask you to go, you have to climb the heaven. What are you going to say? Wow, is it possible? For deen, this person who is misguided, deen becomes that hard. Offering 5 times salah becomes that hard. Following Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam becomes that hard. Opening Quran and reciting Quran becomes that hard. Lowering his gaze and stopping from seeing haram becomes that hard. Uh, this is hidayat and this is misguidance. This is guidance and misguidance. Now, when this ayat was revealed, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he explained it. The greatest mufassir of Quran is who? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So he explained this ayat. He said, إِذَا دَخَلَ النُّورُ إِنْفَسَخَ الصَّدْرُ. Allah. When this nur of hidayat comes into one's heart, this light of guidance comes into one's heart, his chest opens up for Islam. So Sahaba Ikram Rizwanullahi Ajma'in, they asked, Ya Rasulullah, is there any sign of this guidance, of this person who is guiding? Are there any signs so we can know? So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, yes. Like a person who has disease, he has symptoms. This is a good disease. It also has symptoms. So what are the symptoms? What are the signs? First sign, at-tajafi an daril ghurur. Allahu Akbar. That this person starts to hate dunya. Not just he stays away from dunya. Starts to hate dunya. Jafa in Arabic are these two sides of the body. So how far is one side from the other? Totally opposite. One is on the east, so one is on the west. So this person runs away and hates dunya like that. Because he knows this dunya is not going to last. As soon I will die, everything I have, I'll lose it. And it's just a deception that I have something or I'm earning something. It's just a deception. Dhoka. Deception. Total deception. Utter deception. First sign. So when your heart is away from dunya and detached from dunya and in hate with dunya, then what will happen? The second sign will appear itself. Al-inabatu ila daril khulud. He will find his heart, his hopes, his desire in akhirat, in the world hereafter. He is waiting for Jannat. He is waiting for the meeting of Allah. He sees Jannat with his own eyes. He sees the people of Jannat having fun in there. Inabatu ila daril. Inabat, one is just desire. One is desperately needing something. This is called inabat. That this person is only thinking about that. There's no second thought. Inabatu ila daril khulud. That his total interest becomes that house which is going to be forever, not temporary. Third sign. When he have total interest in there, then what he will do? Wal istidadu lil mauti qabla nuzulihi. That he starts to prepare for death before the death arrives. Third sign. Now I'll tell you a picture. What they do in science. They tell you a formula and then they have this diagram and this picture to explain. Right? This is what they do. So I'll tell you a picture. Allah. This person, his name is Zarar ibn Zamura. He walks in the court of Muawiyah radiallahu anhu. Now Muawiyah radiallahu anhu and Ali radiallahu anhu had a fight, and everybody knows that. So this is after Ali radiallahu anhu passed away. So this Zarar ibn Zamura, he was a very close companion of Ali radiallahu anhu, who has seen him, Ali radiallahu anhu, very closely, who has been with him so close. So now he walks into the court of Muawiyah radiallahu anhu. Muawiyah radiallahu anhu, he asks him, Zarar, sifli Aliyan. Can you tell us something about Ali? Who was Ali? He said, no, our tu'afini, please forgive me. I don't want to do it. He said, Lam u'afika, I'm not going to forgive you. You have to tell me. Then he begins. Allahu Akbar. Then he begins. And he says, okay, Ali, his physical structure was very, very healthy. And he was among us like one of us. Every miskeen used to love him. He used to stay with the masakeen, with the poor people. And the bad people would not hope in him that he can help him in their evilness. And when he used to smile, his teeth would sparkle like diamonds. And we, although despite we have so much love for him, we were so close to him, still out of fear we could not see his face. Could not see his face. But he would live with us. He would live with us like one of us. No special treatment. No special treatment. If one of us call him to come for food or invite him, he would come just like that. There is no appointment needed. And then he goes, Wallahi, I swear by Allah. Two more things before this. That he said, this is a perfect believer. This is the one who is rightly guided. The nur of Iman has entered into his heart. So what he said, that yatafajjarul ilmu min jawanibihi. From his sides, from his body, the knowledge used to shower like waterfalls. The water, like there is a huge mountain and the waterfalls are falling down. The ilm, knowledge used to shower like that. وَتَنْتِقُ الْحِكْمَةُ بِنَوَاحِهِ. From each hair string of his body, hikmat, wisdom used to pour down. This is what Ali. But why all of these qualities? Why it was in him? This is where it comes next. That he says that I swear by Allah, I have seen him at night. I have seen him at night. When the darkness of night which would prevail over the whole heaven and everybody goes to sleep, I used to see Ali standing on the musalla in mihrab. Yatamalmalu katamalmulis salim. He would tremble, he would shiver like the one who is bitten by the snake shivers. And he would cry, Yabki buka al-hazin. He would cry like the person who has the most grief in the world. Who has all the griefs in the world. How would he cry? He would cry like that. And after this, in this state, what he would say? He would say, Ya dunya, ya dunya. He would call out to dunya. Ghurri ghairi. Go deceive someone else beside me. Qad battattu ki salasa. I have given 3 divorces to you. You give 1 divorce, you still have a chance to bring it back. But he said, Qad abnattu ki salasa. I have given you 3 divorces. There's no connection between me and you. Go deceive someone else. And then the one whom Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam holded his hand in his hand and said to him, Oh Ali, are you happy? Your housing is next to my housing in Jannat. Ali radiallahu anhu started crying. This is that person. And what is he saying at night on Musalla? Min qillatiz zad. I have no provision from my traveling. I have not prepared anything for Akhirat. The one who has house in front of the house of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he's saying, I have no house. I have no provision. And then while this Zarar radiallahu anhu was saying, entire courtyard, everybody started crying badly. The word mentioned in the hadith is khanaqa, that they were choked by excessive crying. And Muawiyah radiallahu anhu on his throne, he was crying so badly that his whole beard was drowned in water in his own tears. And then Zarar radiallahu anhu, when he was about to leave, so he asked him, Oh Zarar, how much you miss him? How much you miss him? How much pain do you have of his departure, he left you? He said, we miss him and we feel the pain of his departure as if like that mother who has only one child and that child was slaughtered on her chest. That child was kept on her chest and was slaughtered on her chest. How she is going to feel the pain? Is it she is going to stop crying all her life? This is what I feel about that moment. That is Iman, my dear brothers and sisters. This is Hidayat. This is Islam. Allahumma shrah sudurana lil Islam. This is what the dua says. Oh Allah, open our chest for Islam. When this happens, my dear brothers and sisters, this very world becomes Jannat. Then you start finding contentment, happiness, joy in Amal, not running away from Amal. اللهم إنا نسألك من خير ما سألك منه نبيك وعبدك محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم ونعوذ بك من شر ما استعاذك منه نبيك وعبدك محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وأنت المستعان وعليك البلاغ ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم صلى الله تعالى على خير